Hi, I'm here today with Gina Vild, who's one of the hosts in the 333 Collective. She has joined us to share her expertise around the subject of resilience. But before we chat, I wanted to share that Gina is a best-selling author of an amazing book called The Two Most Important Days. It's a book about happiness, and she's currently working on a new book about resilience. Gina has been a senior leader at the Harvard Medical School, where she was the chief communications officer and associate dean. So we're really excited to have Gina with us as a founding host of the 333. So before we get going, I do want to learn and share a little bit about what you do in your monthly group gatherings on 333. But before that, I wanted to talk to you about your personal thoughts about what it is about the concept of a community of third act women that appeals to you and that you're enjoying so far.
Sure. Well, I first thank you, Diana, and I'm thrilled to be a part of the 333 Collective. And in the short time it's been in existence, I have connected with and engaged with some truly fascinating women. And what is clear is that all of us, no matter what our age and what our situation, we're on a journey to figure out how to be vibrant and involved and how to figure out those next steps.
Mm.
Remember when I was quite young, my very first mentor, and this was quite a long time ago, he used to talk about people being multivalent. And he used to say, we're not, and this was decades and decades ago, people aren't into having gold watches anymore. People want to reinvent themselves and change their careers, and there's opportunity. And at the time, that wasn't the culture. And I have lived long enough to see that happen. And
Mm.
around me, there are vibrant, talented women who are retiring or just figuring out, what do I want to do with the next stage of my life? And this 333 Collective is a wonderful opportunity for women to come together and really puzzle out what they're thinking and how to move forward and support each other in ways that's broader than your core friendship group.
Yes. Well, I think I love what you touched on. The fact that now these days we are reframing what retirement means, and I've actually believe that that word just is not useful because it defines something that's changed. The opportunities and possibilities have changed. I want to replace retirement with reinvention or reigniting or reimagining, because it's,
Recalibrating,
yeah,
regenerating.
recalibrating. That's great. All the
That's what
better
I
are
say.
words.
That's what I say. I'm recalibrating. And it's been wonderful, just absolutely wonderful.
Well, it's wonderful that you have, that you jumped in early on and you're finding that even in these early stages, we're starting to see that magic happen. I think that there's anyone with the intention to explore and be open to possibility. It's fun to meet others that feel the same way about this time of our lives. It's a beautiful time of life, very exciting time of
And
life.
for women to help each other, which I think has been at the core of my life, my friends and the women in my life who have been supportive, either my mentors or I try to pass that down and mentor others, but as
Mm.
women, as friends, to come together because there's no right answer, but what are the questions and how do we challenge each other and help each other with what we've learned to move forward?
Yeah, that's beautiful. So tell us a little bit about, so the name of your group, I love this. I always flex my muscles, building your resilience muscle. And you've hosted already, I believe, around 3 different sessions, and you have them every month among some of the other inspiring posts you share. But share a little bit about what you do in your group conversations.
So our groups have had robust attendance, which I'm really happy about. And when I think about resilience, I think about the personal. We have all had hardship. We have all, you don't age without having loss in your life in one of many forms. but it's also broader. You look at the state of the world right now, and we're all weighted down by this tensions and the stress. And so, how do you have resilience in troubled times, whether those troubled times are personal or if they're global? And so to come together, and I like to lead a discussion with sharing some of what I have learned and then opening it up so that the participants can share and help each other and talk through resources and talk through philosophies. And it might be sharing ancient wisdom or psychosocial practices, or inspiring with poetry. There are a lot of different ways we use that time. And it's been really wonderful for me. And I hope that the women who have been in the group have enjoyed it as well.
I believe they have. I've been able to listen in on and participate in your group sessions, and I find them always a beautiful combination of, you because of your medical in your medical institution background, you always come with really grounded research-based information, but you blend it with your poetry and your inspiration. It's really a wonderful experience. And so thinking forward, one of the things that I really enjoy about these groups, and in particular your group, I really am amazed at how open and safe people feel in this community. And that's something I also think happens because it is a private and I like to say ad-free, drama-free space. How are you finding that? Is that something that you've were surprised at, the openness and trust, or was it something that you were expecting?
No, I think women who engage in this way, they allow themselves to be vulnerable, right? So Deborah Tannen, an author, wrote a famous book on how men and women talk and how do they talk differently. And Deborah Tannen identified that women, they share troubles talk, and this is what is happening with me. And men don't tend to do that in the same way. And it's like Brene Brown has talked about the power of vulnerability.
Mm,
You allow yourself to be vulnerable, you allow yourself to be truly known, which is the quest that we have all been on all of our lives. What's richer in experience than to feel known? And so I think the 333 collective has attracted women who are allow themselves to be vulnerable and who want to learn, but also want to share what they've learned in life. And I think that's the power of it.
thank you. I do too. I do too. At the core of all of our life's existence is the need for and the sort of invigoration we get from deep connection or true connection.
Right.
And I appreciate that you're one of our lovely group hosts, and I can't wait to see what's next month. And I hope to see you in the 333. If you're listening in, please come and take a look and see if it's the kind of community you want to be a part of. There is a 2-month period where you can just try it out and see what you like. Have a great day, Gina. Thanks so much.
Thank you for giving women this opportunity.